morning, and welcome to episode number 331 of Simplifying Live with me, Shashank Nigam, your host and the CEO of Simplifying. Helped a man propose to his wife across 6 airports. Paul Sender, who's a top-level Medallion flyer with Delta Airlines, started his day in Atlanta, flew to Milwaukee to pick up his girlfriend and propose to her, and then to Los Angeles, and then finally to Hawaii. All on Delta, and she did not know that there's a proposal coming, obviously. She thought that they're going to Hawaii to pick up her dad's sailboat. Simple enough. But when he landed at Milwaukee, not only did the whole Delta team prepare the lounge and give them a quiet moment, he proposed to her. They got her chocolates on the next flight, orchids flown in from Hawaii in Los Angeles, and lots of special stuff. Champagne when they boarded the flight. Really very nice. He had transfers in the Porsche so that he could make his connection and of course get some privacy with his new fiance, no longer girlfriend. And Delta really went out of the way to help this man, Paul, propose to his girlfriend. Delta is not alone. We've all seen airlines from Air New Zealand to Virgin America to others helping people celebrate their special moments, be it birthdays or marriage proposals. Every time I see one of these, I think back to my own experience. I don't think I've shared this with many people, but I proposed to my wife, my now wife, then girlfriend, Prajakta, at the Fairmont Vancouver Airport's Gold Lounge. And there's a bit of backstory to this. I always wanted to propose at an airport or inside the plane, but the timing was just not perfect. We were not flying very often together for me to do this around the time I was thinking of proposing. But there was an interesting moment. Prajakta and I were both flying out of Vancouver. She was flying Cathay Pacific to Singapore, and I was flying Air Canada to Toronto. But we were both in Vancouver. And I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe we can access the lounge together. But, Air Canada has rules where you got to be, I can bring in a companion only if she's flying with me on the same flight. So the Air Canada lounge could not work. And then I thought, maybe I'll do it at the airport. But that would be a bit of a spectacle, and I didn't want to create that. I wanted a bit of a private moment to do this. I kept thinking, and I remembered that there was the Fairmont Vancouver Airport Hotel attached to the airport with beautiful views of the tarmac, of the sea, and the mountains behind the sea in Vancouver. I thought, wow, if this could be logged in, this would be a perfect setting. So I reached out to Fairmont. Mr. Hurtle, at that time, was the sales and marketing coordinator, not director, not VP. He was the sales and marketing coordinator. And I reached out to him and I said, hey, you know what? I'm thinking of doing a proposal. Can you help me? And he says, yeah, let's think about this. So I shared my plan, and he says, okay, I'm going to have a chat with my boss and see what we can do. And guess what? They came back and said, you know what? Come over in the afternoon. I was a Fairmont Gold status at that time, so hopefully that helped push things through. But he said, come over, let us know what time you want to do it, and let us know what you have in mind. When I finally took my wife there, my now wife, we walked in and I tried to, play cool, and there was this guy called Santi who welcomed us, and she was a bit surprised, but then we walked straight to the lounge, and she thought maybe these are just perks I get because I travel a lot. And we went straight to the lounge was completely empty. She thought maybe it's just the time of the day. And as Santi seated us on the table, she realized that where we were seated, there were beautiful sofas and sweeping views of the tarmac, of course, the planes taking off and landing, the sea and the mountains, and there was a beautiful chess set placed in the center of the table, which I had requested. As we sat there, some drinks were brought out, and I got down to business, got down on one knee, proposed, she accepted, and right then, the chef came out with customized chocolates. They were custom made for the occasion, and I was so impressed. Brought out champagne, they got us flower from the airport florist. so that I could give them to her. And it just was such a magical afternoon. We both then thanked the chef, Santi, and Mr. Hurtle, and finally made our way to the airport and departed, she on Cathay and me on Air Canada in different directions. But we were then engaged. I thought I had to share this because travel is magical, not just because of the magic of flying, but travel is magical because of everyone coming in to take care of these special moments. I mean, no airline would refuse you if you say you have a birthday or an anniversary or would like to propose. They would try to do something for you, just like Fairmont Hotel Vancouver Airport did for me and Prajakta. It was 8 years ago, almost 8 years, exactly 8 years ago, in the May of 2010 when I proposed to her, but the memory and the feelings still linger on, and how good Fairmont, Vancouver Airport, Hurtle, Santi, all of these people made me feel on that special day, just like Delta did for Paul. It's great, isn't it? Flying is magical, romantic, loving, and rather mushy. This has to be the mushiest episode I've done of Simplifying. I hope you enjoyed this personal story. Let me know what you think on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Meanwhile, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you tomorrow. Till then, have a great one. Bye-bye.